It was slightly fucked up. Um, how fucked up we talking about? Like, moral-wise, or what kind of fucked up? Fuck is such a broad term. Moral-wise, I did a lot actually. Morally questionable. Morally questionable. This is I have to think back to my childhood, and I don't like thinking about my childhood because I didn't like it that much. um.
Wow. Are we leaving now?
Hmm. I don't think I did anything morally fucked up though. As a kid, I don't find anything you do like really fucked up. It's just that you're very innocent and impressionable, but I can't think of anything morally fucked up I did. Because no because there was no one home. There was literally no one home. So I can't really do anything morally questionable. I don't think so. I remember getting hit a lot. Like what is I remember when I became a, like I realized when I was a bottom. When I realized I was a bottom, but hmm. Hmm. I have to answer this question too. I can't think of anything. Morally questionable. Because I don't like I never went out of my way to hurt others. Like the closest thing to morally questionable was when we had what is it? It was when we first so my family are immigrants. So so when we first lived all together, like everybody, like was it grandma, uncle, aunts, like so this is like a two-story building, and what is it? Oh, God, that's a lot of fucking stories in there. There was a lot of fucking stuff. It was just literally me getting into trouble a lot. That was just literally me getting in trouble. But the like, what is it? We were about to take a picture, and then what is it? I wanted a chair from my cousins, but they kept on taking it, and I asked nicely, and they never gave it to me. So when we were about to take the picture, they're like, "All right, everybody, all the kids, sit down. We're gonna take a picture." That's when I yoinked the chair. My cousin was about to sit down in the chair. I said, "Fuck you." I grabbed the chair and he sat down and fell. I think that's the most morally questionable one. Or what's the next? I think that's it. I think I accidentally slapped someone's ass, but that was like completely accidental. You see, when someone's bent over, your kid mind says, in a cartoon, you watch Tom and Jerry, right? There's the scene where like Jerry just like smacks like what is it? Tom's ass with like a plank of wood. I went shopping with my the same reason. Yeah. Like what is it? So I went shopping with my mom, and what is it? Since I was watching like Tom and Jerry at the time a lot, I liked the comic. This is when I learned that you can't be doing this in real life. So I thought this person that was bent over like looking at clothes or something was my mom. So I went over, I ran, and I just went boom on that. I just fucking slapped that shit. I was like, and the person said, "Ow." She turned around like, "Oh, wait a minute, you're not my mom." And I start running away. I just ran away. I'm like, "I'm sorry." I start fucking running away. I think that's the two times there was a question morale based. I don't really do anything really fucked up. I don't think so. It was really awkward. I could talk a lot about my childhood where like I almost died as a kid. I literally almost killed myself. Like I could like this should be like podcast topics or something, but like I literally almost killed my shop again with my mom when she went shopping. Yeah, that's how you know like everyone in my household does not pay attention to you, and that's why that's why I don't have anything like questionable moral wise, really, or like stories that much. But I'm just home alone, by myself, in my room or in the living room, just vibing, alone, alone, depression, wood. Yeah, I don't know. I guess the other morale like bad thing I did was not eating my food. What was it? Oh, so I don't think my parents still understand this to this day, where I can't eat certain food. I'll like if that food touches my tongue, I'll instantly vomit. And that it's called ma in my language. Is basically the fatty part of the steak, like the weird like clear squishy part. And I just refused to fucking eat it as a kid. And I told them I couldn't eat it, but they just fucking shoved it down my throat. But I don't think that's a moral story. Like, I said no because I can't eat it. And that's not fat. Yeah, I don't know what it's called. That's tendons? Is it really? Yeah, I don't know what's like. I know what's called in my language, but I don't know what's called in English. That's tendons. Okay. Cause ma means what is it? Fat. In my language. Because when you cook so if you cook pho, okay, I'm speaking Vietnamese by the way. So cho nào ăn phở, có cái mỡ lên on the top of the surface, there's ma. That's what it like. Is it really tendons? Because when you eat pho, there's like a layer of like ma on top. I'm not sure how to explain it. But yeah, pork chop that's fat. Yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like I'm not sure what the language gap is. But shit, yeah. Like as a kid, you don't see it as morally wrong or right because you don't know. You don't know if it's bad yet until like someone tells you or like somebody comes up and is like, wait a minute. So it's just like you just don't know. Okay, well, hopefully I have enough for this. Oh god, don't open 10. I need like a few of those. The gacha industry. But yeah, like I can't eat ma because the texture is like the texture is what fucking gets me. It is not an enjoyable texture for me. Not morally questionable. It was just dumb. So my so when I was learning Vietnamese, this is when I was like, what was it? I was like I was like single digit age. I think like 6. Let's see. My parents got divorced when I was like 3 or 4, I think. I don't remember because it's not a good memory. I don't want to keep good memories in my head, but it's there. When I was learning the language, whenever someone asked me something, I said, "Yeah, come." And so "come" means yeah. I went through it like what is it? 2 times? So that was interesting. But what is it? So I will tell you what this so I always answer like that because my uncle and my aunts always said that when they responded to grandma or ba. So so yeah, come means yes, no. So when you want to say yes, you know, when someone says, "Hey, do you like big titty mommies?" and you said yeah, that means yes. And if you don't like big titty mommies and you said come, which is no. I would say both of those at the same time because that's what my aunt and uncle were saying. But then like my grandma got pissed off at my uncles and aunts because they were teaching me things that weren't helpful. Because whenever my grandma asked me if I was like hungry or something, I would say yeah, come, and then she would get mad, but not at me. She would get mad at my aunts and uncles because they're like, you're fucking teaching him this. I don't know if he's actually fucking hungry or he might be starving to death. I don't fucking know. It was it's just like, oh god. So, like, I don't think that's morally questionable. It's just like my aunts and uncles were like, messing with my grandma. So, you know what else sounds like cum? Gum. Gum means rice. I noticed there's two words that sound like cum. No cum. I just realized this now I'm thinking back to it. I don't think anyone can relate to the bamboo thing though. So like, has anyone seen like everyone knows what a bamboo is. But like, so whenever you did something bad, or you didn't listen to the grown-ups in the house, you didn't get hit by a broom in this household. So broomstick. So you don't know the pain of getting hit by a bamboo stick. A fucking, what is it? A fucking broomstick? That shit is weak sauce, okay? That shit does not hurt. That is for babies. So if you want to prove yourself a Giga Chad, you fucking get a bamboo stick. Like, not like a super solid bamboo stick, but a flexible one. Like, where you swing it in the air, you can hear it. You hear the whip sound in the movies. You hear that. That shit fucking hurts. It's like whoosh. That bamboo stick, not the fucking sturdy ones, the elastic ones. Bamboo broomstick. Oh god. Oh no. But like that shit fucking hurt. But yeah, like that's what we get hit by. I also remembered getting chucked across the room too, and that's why I get motion sick. Like everything the reason why I can't eat like certain foods is literally all childhood trauma. There's a reason why I don't like balloons. Like balloons, I get motion sick super easily. I can't eat ma. I think that's the 3 traumas that it does really bad. See I would say I got trauma to like bamboo sticks, but that's when I figured out I was a bottom and an M. That's when I figured out, oh wait a minute, this hurts, but it feels good. That's when I figured out that I was a bottom plus an M. So I was like, oh. And that's when they stopped using the bamboo stick, by the way. They figured out that I enjoyed it, and they're like, oh, we should probably stop. It's not working anymore. I was like, yes, hit me. It was so fucking funny because I was just like, I was just rubbing. I'm like, ow, this hurts. I was like, wait a minute, ooh. It was so weird. You see, the horny stick just makes me stronger. But yeah. But the motion sickness one was literally my uncle's so I'm fear of balloons. And I have a fear, what is it? Not a fear, I have actual bad motion sickness. Like, if I'm in the car for longer than like 4 minutes, I'm not talking anymore. If I try to talk, you're going to hear like the most, like, I'm trying to hold in my vomit as much as possible. So my uncles would grab my leg and like spin me around in circles. Like, you're like, oh god, thinking about it makes me so fucking dizzy. But like, so basically just imagine someone grabbing your legs and spinning in a circle and chucking you across the room. That was me. that is me, the projectile. Church of hair gel on? Because my parents was like, oh, just apply it on because we're going to church. God dang it, dude. And then my uncle thought it would be really funny to pop balloons point blank into my fucking head. So like what they did was they got a balloon and it tap against my hair. Since the hair has gel, it's sharp as fuck, right? It's sharp enough to pop a fucking balloon. So they did that, and like I have PTSD, where I hear a balloon pop, I'm just like, oh no. I fucking like I still remember the ring in my ears. I remember crouching like in a corner with my hands over my ears, and my uncle just gets a balloon and just like, watch this. He fucking slams the fucking balloon on top of my fucking hair. It pops instantly. I'm just I hear like every time it does, I hear ringing. There's the loudest pop, like pop, fucking ring. I just get flashbanged. I'm not sure, like, God, I just have like all the fucking bad stuff. Like, maybe I could be like more descriptive, but like, I don't want to fucking relive. Like, all the fucking memories is like suffering. And that's all I can sum it up to, just big fuck. Big F's. That I think about back to childhood is just like, I sort of miss the bamboo stick, chat. My inner, like what is it? My bottom and M is coming out thinking about a bamboo stick. I'm fucking sweating of DJ-ness in here right now. Not gonna lie, where'd that bamboo stick? So you know there's I don't know what the medicine is called, but you have to shove it up your butt. I don't know what's technically called, but you have to, the suppository or something, you have to shove it up your butt to take the medicine. That was an interesting time. There's literally, so picture this. You hear a lot of commotion downstairs in the living room. You come downstairs, and you look at the living room table, and the first thing you see is someone with the legs spread with a pill getting shoved up their ass. Picture this as like a 6 or 7 year old around that age. That's the first thing you see. It's a dopey do. It's me going downstairs. What's all the noise about? Looks, someone laying on the table, looking legs spread out. Me. Oh no. I'm starting to see all the memories while I'm a bottom now. I remember being a fucking bunny boy. Oh fuck. Is that a morally bad? So oh no. I remember being well, it was on Christmas. I should tell both of the story. Okay, so the lobster riding happened first, and then the bunny boy Christmas accident. So so as a little kid, you're very light, right? You're extremely quite light. So this answers Austin's question. Like the most morally worst thing I did. So, as a 4-year-old, you're very or as a kid, you're very light. So, was it? This was at the first house we lived in that was haunted. That a murder happened. What is it? So my grandma was about to go about to cook this lobster, right? So they're about to cook this lobster in a boiling pot of water, and they're like, "Hey man," because I was looking at, I was like, "What the heck is this?" This is like a bug, but like, this is just a giant bug. We're gonna eat a bug, and they're like, "Yeah." And for some, I'm not sure how it evolved into me trying to sit on the lobster, but they put it on the floor, and it was like crawling around. And then I sat on it. Yeah, I think, but the worst part was since I was so light, right? The lobster fucking carried me in the dining room. I was like really light, so like I was just sitting on it, and it was moving like a centimeter over time. But it was moving. It's just like Jesus. Yeah, it was actually moving, like slowly but surely. You that light? Yeah, I don't know. I'm like I have to weigh like several pounds by now, like double digits. I'm not sure how the lobster was moved. That's how I remembered it. So I do remember it was like alive and kicking still when I sat on it for I sat on it for like a solid minute. That's what I'm like. I don't think like a lobster could survive that though. I distinctly remember like because I do remember we like the adults eating it later on. I do because I remember them picking it back up and it was still moving. But like the Christmas one was completely accident. The Christmas Bunny Boy story was completely accidental because so of course it happened on Christmas. Makes sense, right? So you know the wrappings you have for the for your presents, not the wrappings, but the little tiny ribbon you put on top, and then you remove the bottom pad and it becomes like sticky. So that somehow got attached to my ass, and I don't want to fucking relive that. Holy fuck, I'm thinking about it, I'm fucking cringing. I don't know how I did stuff as a little kid, but I did the fucking. I'm pretty sure everyone has watched hentai. I did that one scene. I did the whole your hands on your head as a bunny, like bunny ears. Oh god, I fucking hate. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I don't want this anymore. I'm thinking about. I'm like, oh no. Oh, that's so cringe. Oh, I'm hoping we lose. I remember someone took a photo. I'm hoping that's deleted. Yeah, I did the whole like jumping thing too. I put my hands on my. I put my hands up on my head, like the bunny ears. Did the whole like. Had a little bunny tail too. Because of the Christmas wrapping got stuck there, so it looked like a bunny tail. I remember jump. Ah! I hate it. Why did I do that? I distinctly remember having picked. I remember growing up, and I looked at the picture. It's like, do you remember doing this? I'm like, I wish I didn't do it. Fuck! It is literally a hentai scene. It's literally a hentai scene, but except for as a little kid doing it. Except for no one's getting fucked. Like, I did the whole like bunny ear, like I did make the bunny noises. Oh, God. I do remember why we moved out the first house too, because we figured out that the reason why the house was so cheap was because someone's daughter got stabbed to death in there, got murdered, and that's why the house was so cheap. It was an interesting time because the ghost was talking to me, by the way. It was a very interesting time. Oh, I mean, it wasn't that bad. But the moment when everyone figured out that the reason why it was so cheap was because someone got killed in the house recently, and it was haunted because of the killing. It was literally fucking haunted. Yeah. Yeah, so I didn't realize at the time that it was it the ghost was it talking to people inside the house. So I distinctly remember my auntie telling me that the ghost fucked with her, and it fucked with me. It's both of us exclusively, but not actual fuck, but you know, it messed around with us. So in my aunt's room, the ghost like yanked off her blankets when she was trying to sleep. Like she would like put the blanket over, like a few minutes later it got yoinked off and flew off. And how my auntie was like, that's when we started moving. When it started fucking with my auntie a lot, like messing around a lot. Like was it? It was just like, oh, cause she was like, oh man, maybe like someone's pranking me. So like she turned on the lights and she checked under her bed and everywhere in her room. And then like there was no one there, and she was like, huh, that's strange. So she turned off the lights and went back to sleep. And then this time she locked the door, I think. And the blanket flew off again. And she was like, huh. Huh. And like I remember them asking me, he's like, do you have like seen anything strange or hear anything strange lately in the house? And I'm like, yeah, there's this person talking to me. There's literally like it was like someone calling my name half the time. So my Asian name is Anne, which is actually feminine, which is actually really interesting. It's literally I'd be chilling in the living room and it goes to say my name, and it would say, "Hey." It said, "Anne, come here. I need to talk to you." And I'll hear that in the living room. And I walk around. I thought it was my uncle or my aunt. I walk up to him and say, like, I asked him, "Do you need me?" And they said, "No, we didn't call for you." But then I'm like, "Hey, but I heard something." God, chat star. I'm remembering so many cringe things I did. So, the reason I also figured out I'm a bottom and an M and what is that? I'm accepting of anybody as a SO, a significant other. I remember I remember taking a shower with my uncle. This is when they're trying to teach me how to shower by myself or take a bath. So, oh god. Speaking of, I'm not. So the shower story, what happened? God, I was so close to sucking. Omega lol shower. Fucking being a kid is actual autism. The things you do that you do. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. One moment. That's kind of sus. Oh god. Oh god. I'm just gonna get it out. So this is one time where I just looked. Wait, is the door closed? Okay. So this is one time. So this is when the first house was haunted, and my uncle was teaching me how to shower or bathe for myself. So as a dumbass kid that does not know moral implications or has logic processing units, so you know when you take a shower and the water hits your body, and then like it flows down from like, so the water is spraying against your chest, right, or your torso, and it goes down. As the water is going down, there's three things that will go down. Two things: your legs and your knob, your little stick. So while my uncle is teaching me how to take a shower, my dumbass as a kid, my autistic dumbass kid brain was like, the water is hitting my uncle, right? Well, like we're both in the shower because he's teaching me. We just bros being. So the water is spraying on my uncle's chest. I'm too short for the water to hit me. So so when the water is traveling down my uncle's body, so my height, my height was literally perfect height, right? Like it's just slightly a few inches below the perfect height. My fucking dumbass, you know how you put your hands together to scoop up water? You know? My fucking dumbass. I was like, I can't get any water. My uncle's taking all the water. I fucking turn around and I'm like, oh look, there's water coming from my uncle. So, so I put my hands together and I got the water from his fucking his dogger. I got the water and I splashed it on my face and my head to get it wet. And my uncle I remember looking up. I distinctly remember looking up, and my uncle was just looking at me with the most confused face. And he is like, "Hey, don't do that." I'm like, "But why? I can't reach the water. You're taking all the water." I don't remember what happened after that, but I distinctly remember that scene. I was just like, "Oh no, why did I do that?" Oh god.
I can't believe they would attack like this.
Okay, like it was so weird because I have a clear, vivid image of it in my head too. That's the worst part. That's that's the worst one. Because I remember being autistic and just like, water from pee pee.